Hello and welcome to the Learn AI series. My name is Amir Hardouf, and today we're going to talk about how to use AI chat as a legal assistant. So I've been doing that recently, and I'll show you how I did that. We're going to use both a free tool and then a paid tool. So we're going to look at a lot of options. But first, head on to learnaiseries.com and please sign up for my next training series. It's a free three-part series where I go through how AI works, what is AI, a great introduction to this exciting world. So let's dive right in. So here's the background. This is an agency agreement. It's a letting agency who has sent me an agreement. I'm a landlord and I have an apartment that I'd like to rent out, a flat. And I contacted this agency, a letting agency, to help me rent out the place. So I got an agreement and I'm going to review it. Now I just removed the details of the agency and myself, but this is the actual real contract. So as you can see, it's pretty long, and I reached the terms and conditions in very, very fine print. And all of us know that this is very, very difficult to go through. And even after if we understand everything, we don't necessarily know what's hidden inside it. So what do we do? Okay, this is why we have AI, and I'd like to show how we use AI as an assistant to understand what's going on with this agreement before I sign it. So first I want to introduce a free tool where we can do it completely for free, which is Claude AI. So here I am at Claude AI. To reach Claude AI, it's very simple. You type CLAUDE.ai. It's completely free. And I'm now logged into my Claude AI account. And the first thing I see is that I have this attach icon over here. I click it and I just choose my file, in this case, letting agent agreement, and now it's uploading. Okay, so now it's loaded into Claude, and I just type into Claude the following. I am a landlord planning to sign an agreement with a letting agency. Please review and let me know my responsibilities as a landlord. Okay, excellent. So let's give it this task and see what it generates. Okay, so it's now going through the document. It's going to give me my responsibilities as my landlord. Based on the agreement, as the landlord, you have the following key responsibilities. 1. Provide accurate information about the property. Ensure the property meets all legal safety. Keep the property well maintained. Indemnify, it explains to me, reimburse the agent for any costs or damages incurred while managing the property unless due to agent's negligence. Set up and maintain an agreement, float amount for the agent to cover repairs, comply with all tax requirements, and so on. Okay, so it says in summary, you need to provide lots of information up front, keep the property maintained, cover various costs, taxes and fees, provide instruction and updates as needed. Let me know if you need any clarification. In fact, I do. So my next step would be, okay, please now list what potential risks there are for me as the landlord in this agreement. Okay, so I'm asking now to list the risks. Okay, this is actually acting as my legal advisor, and if I were to consult a lawyer on this, this is what I would ask. What are the risks? Okay, so based on the agreement, some potential risks for you as the landlord include tenant default risk, the tenant stops paying rent or damages the property, repair and management costs, legal compliance risks, lack of insurance, tax compliance risks, and so on. Okay, loss of rent during vacant period, agent fails to fulfill duties, there's risk of disruption, errors, or mismanagement if the agent fails to competently handle the property management duties, and so on. Okay, so in essence, you carry all property, financial, and legal risks associated with rental income and outsourcing management of what is likely a high value asset, and so on. Okay, now this is pretty good. It does outline the risks for me, and in fact, it doesn't say anything really problematic about the letting agency, which is great. Okay, I could go on and ask this. Please outline some imaginary scenarios where I could run into problems. Okay, So let's flesh it out some more. Okay, and I get some scenarios where I could run into problems. Here are some hypothetical problematic scenarios that could create issues for you as a landlord. 1. Major electrical fault. The wiring issue causes a fire in the rental property while tenants are out. They lose belongings and temporary housing. Repairs cost $25,000 and tenants sue for $50,000 citing negligence. Okay, leaky pipe damage, fall due to poor railing, tax audit, you deducted inappropriate rental property expenses and omitted declaring a portion of rental income, rogue tenant stops paying, agent goes bust, major market turndown, and so on. Okay, these what-if scenarios illustrate how problems can crop up and create major headaches for the landlord. So it shows me some potential issues. Okay, this is all very good. Okay, I can read through it. I can ask for more. I can decide what I want to do next. But the nice thing about it is that I got great advice regarding this specific document. Okay, and I really recommend doing that. And the other thing I want to point out is that the quality of questions is very important. I didn't just ask, please summarize. I really asked follow-up questions. I asked to show me the risks. I asked for examples and so on. Okay, so this is all using Claude AI, which is free to use. Very, very exciting. Now let's switch over to the paid version, which is using ChatGPT. So let's look at that. So in ChatGPT, we have a number of options. ChatGPT 3.5 is the free option. And in the free version, this is why I used Claude before. In the free option, we don't have a place to upload files. There is no attach button. And actually, I could go into the document and just copy and paste everything here, but it would tell me that it's too long because it's a very long document. So for this, I do need the paid version of ChatGPT, which is amazing. It's really wonderful. You can do a lot with it. So we did have the free option with Claude, but this time we're going to go to GPT-4, which is the paid option. And suddenly I have this button here for attachments. And I'll do the same thing. And I'll go ahead and go to my file. Okay, and then the letting agent agreement loads, and I'll ask the same thing. I am a landlord and going through an agreement with a letting agency. Please summarize my responsibilities. Let's do it all in one step. Outline my risks and give me some imaginary scenarios of how things might go wrong. Okay, so we're giving it the same task. Okay, and it's going through the document, reading documents, reading letting agent agreement.pdf. Okay, and then based on the letting agent agreement you provide, here's a summary. Okay, and it says responsibilities as landlord, property compliance, maintenance, insurance, legal obligations. Okay, it's a bit more detailed over here. Financial responsibilities, indemnifying the agent for costs incurred in managing the property, and so on. And then it says potential risks: financial loss if tenant default or rent or damage the property, you may incur financial loss. Legal liability: non-compliance with legal obligation can result in fines. Property damage, void periods, disputes with tenants. Okay, and hypothetical scenarios: non-compliance. You fail to maintain an up-to-date EPC or neglect necessarily safety checks, leading to fines and legal action from authorities. Major property damage, tenant dispute, void periods, unforeseen repair costs, and so on. You see, it's better formatted. I can ask it to expand. Let's ask it another question. How can I prepare in advance for each of these scenarios? Okay, so it's going to give me some recommendations. Preparing in advance. Okay, non-compliance fines. Okay, it tells me regular legal updates, stay informed about changes in rental property legislation, regular property inspections, schedule periodic inspections, professional advice. Okay, major property damage, make sure to have adequate insurance, security deposit, property maintenance, and so on. Okay, the idea here now is not to read every word that we see here, just to show the idea. So the idea is that you have a wonderful legal assistant going through, very, very potentially complex and long documents with a lot of fine print. And if you are asked the right questions, you get very, very good answers. Very good answers. And I really recommend using these tools. Once again, there is the free option, the paid option, and we see more and more of these tools popping up, which is great for us as consumers. So enjoy. I do recommend joining my free 3-part series about AI, where I introduce the entire subject of AI in 3 separate sessions through the Learn AI series. So go to learnaiseries.com and sign up, and I'll see you soon.